Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Lily. I am so happy that you are here with me. In today's video, I am going to do a flip through of a really fun project that my sister and I did in the month of September. And since we're still in the fall season, I thought I would sneak this video in here and show you what we created. I know that I've been really busy creating Christmas and winter and holiday projects, but I don't want to forget this great challenge that my sister and I did. And it was a word of the day every day for 30 days. And then we were to execute that word however it is that we wanted. And this is what I decided to do. I created a little journal out of this tiny little journal that I've had for a really long time. It was completely blank. And when I do the flip through or when I turn the camera over, I am going to show you, because I have an extra one, what it looked like before this. But let me show you the inside and what the challenge was. I'll give you a sneak peek, okay? And so the challenge was to do a word a day. And so the two of us chose 30 words for the month of September. She chose 15 words and I chose the other 15. And then we journaled, or we executed that word in our very own personal styles. And along with the word, I also decided to challenge myself and draw a face a day. This is something I've been wanting to do for a really, really long time, do a face a day. So I did a word a day, a face a day, and then I also challenged myself to try and only use colored pencils. And so I guess 3 challenges in one. I mean, doing the word alone was challenging as it was, and then adding the 2 other things, yeah, it was kind of challenging. But here are 2 of the pages that I did. When I flip the camera over, I will go through all of the pages. I have 30 days in this cute little journal, and then I embellished the front cover, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. So you want to go through the pages with me? Let's go. Here are the 2 journals side by side, and to the right you will see what the blank journal looked like before I added any embellishments. It is an inexpensive, or it was an inexpensive journal. It came in a 3-pack. I've had it for years, and I bought it from the clearance section at Michael's probably 10 years ago. I kid you not. And I had many plans for this, but this challenge that my sister and I did was perfect for this size and for what I had in mind. The brand of these little journals is Creatology, and I'm almost certain it's a brand that you find at Michael's. But it's a perfect size, and it happened to have 30 pages, which was perfect because I was able to do 1 word a day and 1 face a day on each page. So 30 days, 30 pages, just perfect. And then I did some pretty easy, pretty simple embellishments. I added scrapbooking paper, and then I painted the spine with brown acrylic paint. And then I had this beautiful ribbon that I'm using as a closure, and that is from Joann's. I actually ordered that on online, joanns.com. And again, added some more of that same scrapbooking paper on the front, and then I had a Becky Higgins Project Life journaling card, and then some rosette trim that I avocado dyed a while back. And I love how all of the colors coordinate, and it was perfect for the fall season. So this was a really, really good challenge. It was just something between my sister and me, and it was a very simple challenge, and I think it was my sister's idea, and I think that she was going through like a what is it called when you're stuck? She was stuck creatively. She wanted something that would inspire her to create, and so this was a perfect idea. And so between the 2 of us, we came up with the 30 words. And so the first word that I decided to do was change for the 1st of September, and that was my very first face. And change, I thought, was the perfect word to start off this journal because of the season change and everything and all the beauty that comes with it.
I live here in Utah County in the state of Utah, and the fall is absolutely gorgeous. My second word is coffee. And a lot of these drawings were just, just spur of the moment, I guess. I really didn't overthink what I was going to draw. And I struggled with some of these drawings, especially with hands. And I've never quite drawn hands, but I held my hand up to a mirror, and that is how I used my own hand as a reference. So that was pretty tough. My third word was gratitude, and I loved all the little doodly little twigs that I did. Oh, I'm pointing out that the eyes are closed, and that was by accident. I just hadn't drawn in the eyes, the pupils, but it looked like the eyes had closed, and so I left it as it was. And so that turned out, that was like a happy accident. And then the next word here is pumpkin. I did go online to use pumpkins as a reference because I couldn't do it without a reference. Some of them I created just all on my own, but others I did need to use references. And a lot of the phrases and the sayings I pulled online, and they're just beautiful quotes. There are some others that were just my own personal thoughts. Some of the pages I did kind of double up because they were really thin. I didn't have to. I did it in the first few pages, but then I stopped doing it. I didn't need to because I wasn't using wet medium. And then this right here, this word was sunrise. And it is beautiful. And every morning that I wake up, I give thanks for a beautiful morning, a beautiful day. The next word is reading. I was currently reading 8 Lessons of Love. And so I thought that was perfect. And again, look at my hands. I had to look at my hands in the mirror to be able to draw the hands. Sweater is the next word. This lady, for some reason, reminds me of the 80s. I don't know why, but she does. Every single face that I drew has its own personality. And the eyes, I think the eyes tell a story. And the eyes are different. And I think that's what gives them their own personality. And they're pretty basic, pretty easy. I call these my doodly ladies. That other word was dream. And again, I did her eyes closed. This word is sunset. And I actually looked out the window to see what our sunset looked like. And it is amazing to see the beautiful sunsets here in the state of Utah. They are mind-blowing. And those are the actual colors of the sunset that evening. The pinks, the blues, the purple, the yellow, the orange. It was absolutely gorgeous. The next word is golden. I used a gold pen to highlight the trees and then the hair. And it was just, I loved the way that looked. And I know I was only going to challenge myself or, try to stick to coloring pencils, but I think that page needed that gold pen. This page is leaves. And for this was quite challenging because that first maple leaf in the upper left-hand corner was like from my own imagination, and it just didn't look right. So then I went online to look up a maple leaf for a reference point. Latte is the next word. I tried to draw a braid. I struggled a little at first, but then got the hang of it. And so there are so many different challenges within these pages. And sometimes it was little things like trying to get the hair right or the leaves. This is tea. My favorite little drawings were those little twigs with the little berries. Those were my favorite. This one is drive, because the best thing to do in the fall here in the state of Utah is to go for a drive through the canyon to see all of the beautiful color changes. And so I even drew driving glasses on that lady. This next word is apples. And so I thought it would be perfect to do a barrel of apples. And I actually have a scarf like that. So I had my scarf handy and I kind of just doodled it. And then caramel was the next word. And I just love caramel syrup in my coffee in the fall. And then I also drew some caramel candies. And then I'm just pointing out that I like to draw them with big lips. I think it's because my lips are so tiny. I wish I had bigger lips. And then mountains is the next word. And this is what the mountains look like outside my window. It is the Timpanogos Mountains. And that is my rendition of the Timpanogos Mountains. And then we have trail. We have a beautiful trail here in Utah County. It's called the Alpine Loop. And you can start in in Alpine, start at the mouth of the canyon, and then you end up in Sundance, which is in Provo. Beautiful, beautiful drive. And then this next word is cinnamon. So I thought it would be perfect to do some cinnamon tea. We drink a lot of cinnamon tea, and not just in the fall, but all year long. But it's perfect for the fall. And this one is tree. And I just looked outside in our backyard and kind of got inspiration from the trees that we have back there. And then this word was boots. And it could be any kind of boot, rain boot, snow boot. But I decided to draw a pair of red cowboy boots. That was just my inspiration. And then colorful was the next word. And I drew a rainbow. I tried to use fall colors, but didn't quite turn out the way I had envisioned, but I still like the way it turned out. And the fall here is just so beautiful and colorful. And this next word is woods. And so driving through the canyon, we've got great woods, great trees. It really is just absolutely gorgeous in the Timpanogos Canyon. And then the next word is spice. So I drew a pumpkin spice latte. Those are so good. And then this word is possibility. And I also wrote down a quote from Pablo Picasso. And it reads, "I am always doing that which I cannot do in order that I may learn how to do it." So I thought that was quite fitting for the word possibility. And then this next one is crisp, because of the nice crisp mornings that we get in the fall, especially in September as the weather begins to change. And then this is my last page, and the last page is scenic. And this is what I see out of my window every single day. There is the roof line right outside my window, and then what I see across the street. And look at all the color changes, and that is exactly what the colors look like. We've got some burgundies and plums and reds, and the greens are starting to change. And it is absolutely beautiful. And even though we are in November and a lot of the trees have lost their leaves, it was a beautiful, beautiful thing to witness that change in September through October and then November. And then the winter is just as beautiful. I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.